Hey there, toy collector friends and Doctor Who fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, that's the time travelling toy collector, and today we are looking at another entry into the TARDIS plasmic shell collection, i.e. the police box exterior of the time travelling TARDIS, from TV's Doctor Who as presented by Master Replicas. So getting straight into it, we have the display box here, Doctor Who logo, BBC, a pink flash across the box. We've seen blue flashes on some of the other boxes. Here's the reverse side, so you can see that it's in a 1:21 scale. There is the blurb. So the 13th, 14th and 15th Doctors all used this exterior, which is good to know. I say a display box because, as those of, if you've watched the other videos in this series on my channel, you'll know that once you take the TARDIS out, unlike some of the character options TARDISes or other products that require an awful lot of unscrewing or cutting out or ripping of the packaging to remove it, that makes using the packaging as a display mechanism non-viable, Master Replicas have actually done the packaging in such a way you can take the TARDIS out, and when you're done looking at it or displaying it how you want or using it for photography or whatever, you can put it back in the box without it being in any way, shape or form compromised or damaged, and I love that. So just from an evidential point of view, I have not taken it out yet, but I have already cut the tape at the top. So you'll see here we have a easy removed plastic roof section there, which covers the TARDIS itself. TARDIS then sits in there. You can see the light getting through a lot easier without the lid open. We can just reach in, lift it out because the box has a nice flat base in it. We can pop that over there, and then we can bring the 15th Doctor's TARDIS and 14th and 13th Doctor's TARDIS into vision. I'll zoom in a bit, and I shall also lower the camera slightly so you can have a nice nice look at this model. Now, these are all in scale with the Eagle Moss and Hero Collector Doctor Who figurine collection, as many of you are likely to be aware. They are not in scale with the character options figure collections. However, I have been asked on a couple of instances to display the police box exterior alongside a character options figure, so it seems appropriate to put it alongside the 15th Doctor in his Vortex edition garb. So you can see that I'll pull out a little bit more so you can get a real sense of the scale of him to the TARDIS. So yeah, it's, in essence, he pretty much is aligned top of his head to the top of the, don't be put off by the perspective element there, but top of his head to the top of the lantern. So that'll give you an idea of how these scale. They're not designed to scale, because obviously it doesn't unless you were recreating Flatline with the wrong Doctor, but do what you like. But yeah, that is pretty much how they scale together. They will, as mentioned, scale far better, if that's what you're looking for, with the existing characters released by Hero Collector and Eagle Moss before it went into liquidation, and presumably will scale with whatever Master Replicas will be producing moving forwards. I think these are really nice models. I am aware some people are a bit discombobulated by the cost of them, and I can fully appreciate that. I do also think that some people rightly have been quite irked because what they've received have been versions of these with some indelicately placed sticker applications or paint applications, which of course has been a long-standing problem with some of the Eagle Moss and Hero Collector products, not just in the Doctor Who range, but also in other ranges they've been responsible for. I have to say though, this looks like yet another that does not appear to be in any way, shape or form suffering from any sort of paint bleed that I've noticed as I've circled it round. I'm trying to keep an eye on it whilst I'm talking. But let's pick it up and go a bit closer. I do quite like the lantern. I know the lantern isn't quite screen accurate. And once you're close to the lantern, you can see, yeah, there is a bit of globby paint going on there. These are supposedly hand painted, which I suppose, in a way, I don't want to say excuses it, because these aren't cheap, so I don't quite like it when they're not done well. This is one of the reasons I never collected the individual figure range. But if you take that for what it is, because we are going very close, if you're looking at it from a distance and it's on a display that's part of another display, it's in a distance, to be honest, you're not going to notice that too much, unless of course you do. And I strongly suspect that different people's products will, as I've heard from other collectors, vary greatly. I'm just trying to see what I'm looking at here. It looks, I thought at first it was a crack, but I think it's just the design, because it might just be where we've got some sort of gnarly bit of the design. I'll have a look at that a little bit later in my own time, a bit closer. But yeah, the police box signs seem okay. I'm not seeing anything appalling happening there. Maybe a little bit of overshoot of the black paint there at the end, but I think all in all it's working. It looks like if that is a sticker element, it may be slightly curving upwards, but because it's not affecting the wording, it doesn't really cause any problem on the visual display. The windows all look good, and the door sign, see if we can stay focused in on the door sign. The door sign does seem to be it's quite hard to get that as focused as I would like. Possibly as good as we might expect it to be. The silver paint on the various handles and the lock is as a nice touch. We've got the various cuts in the wood. Supposed wood, it is a resin product, but around the struts on the side. Yeah, all in all, I think we've got a felt bottom, which is picking up some, as felt tends to do, some various bits and pieces. But it's nice. It stops it slipping about when it's down. You know, you can't really, it's not going to move about too much. Like with any resin product, I will always reiterate that this isn't designed as a toy. It is a display model, so it's for, you know, you can use it, well, obviously you can use it as a display model, but predominantly I would suggest it is there for toy photography or model photography, if that's something that you're into, or just to have, if you want to have a collection of TARDIS exteriors. It's a handsome addition to that range. I'm not seeing anything that is making me particularly unhappy or uncomfortable with it. From a display piece point of view, again, if I was being super scrutineering around the light and around some of the paint and the molding on that roof, I might be a bit more disappointed. But again, it's replicating a wooden dilapidated box that would have a bit of wear and tear on it. So I'm a bit conflicted as to how mean I want to be. If I was counting the pennies around purchasing this, then yeah, fair enough. And if it was possibly more expensive, I would definitely be probably considerably more concerned about, you know, what they're paying. But I got it as part of the package deal. I am a member of the Master Replicas Collectors Club, so I do get advanced offers, which is, you know, nice, and it does help sometimes bringing down the price of these things. But like anything these days, it's a bit of a considered purchase. So if it's not something that you need and you don't have the money for it, use this video and other people's videos as an opportunity to determine, well, actually, is this something that I need on my shelf? And you'll know if you do. You'll know if you do. And again, just one more time, here it is with our 15th Doctor in the foreground, So you can get a sense that you could use it with the character options figures if you're doing some sort of perspective work. You know, if that's your intention, then there are ways you could make it work with those figures. But again, when they are side by side, you can see it just that's just how it is. But again, that's not a failing of the product, because the product isn't designed to be scalable with those figures. So that's not a criticism from my point of view of the box. It is what it is. But there are options available for you if you want to sort of deploy it as part of a photography project or something that you want to create. Nothing is impossible, and you know what, your own creativity should be limitless. So I go forth and see what you can do. I hope you found this useful. I hope it's given you some insight into what this looks like, and if you are considering whether or not to purchase it, I hope this has helped you make your decision either to or not to, based on seeing it in a bit more close up and in situ. You've been a fantastic audience. Thanks very much for sticking around. As you have done, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, that would be fantastic. And also a free subscription, which costs you nothing, would really help me, and would really help me reach my next subscriber milestone, for which I would be eternally grateful. And if you do subscribe, let me know in the comments below, and I will thank you personally. Similarly, if you have picked this up, if you're satisfied with yours, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, this is the Triple TC, Time Travelling Toy Collector, signing off and observing that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Take care. Bye-bye for now.